Trading is hard if you don't know what you're doing. So when I started trading, every time I enter a trade or I place a trade, I always felt like the market maker saw me and immediately reversed the market. And I always wondered, like, how is it that when I enter the trade, immediately it turns against me? I will see the candlesticks going up or they are going down. Immediately I buy, then everything just reverses. And it got me really confused every time. And it's not as if it happened once, it happened for years. Until I discovered this secret, which I'm going to be sharing with you today. So what is it that I discovered? I discovered market structure. And I've talked about market structure, but the way I'm going to be explaining it to you in this video is something that I believe you have never heard before. And I pray that you are going to pay serious attention so that you'll be able to understand this secret that might be able to change your trading journey forever. So I've already explained this in the foundation zone. This is what I call the foundation zone, and I've explained it in the book, The Daily Paycheck Method, which I'm going to link down below. So how does this work? I've already explained market structure, and I'm going to link the video here because this is the foundation that really helped me to become profitable in the market. So when you get up and you come to the market, right, you are going to be able to see how the structure of the market is. The market is going up. Let's say, for example, we are on an upward trend. It's going to be doing something like this. And when it's doing this, it means it's making higher highs and higher lows. I've explained all of that in this video here. So I'll encourage you to go and watch that video if you are a complete beginner or if you have not watched it before. Now, when this is like this, you are going to see many candlesticks going up. You are going to see some of them coming down. And now, what is it that I discovered? I discovered that every time when it goes up, it's going to come back, and now it's going to retest at this level, and then it's going to continue again because it's on an upward trend. So what does this mean? So to me, I like to trade trending market. So it could be trending up or it can be trending down. So let's assume that we are on an upward trend, and when it comes here, remember, now it gets to this point, then I see how the trade is beginning to reverse. Then I know that we are now on a pullback because this is called an impulse move, and here is going to be a pullback. Then this is the next impulse move, and here there's going to be a pullback. After this pullback, we have another impulse move, and this impulse move has to break the structure. Now it means that these big institutions, big buyers, they understand this. They are going to come here and they are going to place huge orders which form order blocks, right? So they are going to place huge orders here because this is the discount point. They know that price is very low here. So they are going to buy, and then this is going to easily push price up. Now, when the structure is broken at this point, then we know that this was actually a foundation zone that has caused the structure to break because of the big buyers that have entered the market here. Now, how do you identify this as a day trader? Now, whenever I'm trading, what I do is that I'm going to take this every time when we get to this point where we are having a pullback. I'm just going to draw something here like this, and I'll put it here like this. Now, what will happen is that most of the time, price could come and then it's going to get to this point and then it's going to reverse back like this. Now, if it doesn't happen like that, what do? You stay out of the market. That's what makes you a disciplined trader. Most traders who have become profitable have to learn how to be disciplined. I intentionally did this so that you should not think that it's going to happen every time, right? Now, after that, what else do? You wait, it comes up because it didn't give you your signal for you to be able to enter the trade. But if you are a mature trader, you are going to see that sometimes it's going to come up like this. But as you grow on your journey, you will see that it might come up like this and then come back and then touches here and then go back. That's when you can enter your trade. You have to wait until you see the signals. Now, after this point, what else will you do? Now, you are going to take it again, you draw it like this, and then you pull it this way, just like this. You keep doing that, and you are waiting to see that price comes. So if price comes and then it retests here and then it goes up, that's when you are going to take your trade. And this happens in the market every time. So now that you have an idea, now, and I've said if it passes and it doesn't retest here, if it breaks and it just continues to go without the retest, you have not had any signal for you to be able to enter that trade. It comes and retests here and it continues, then you are able to easily take the trade and then you ride it. That is what is going to make you a profitable trader. So let's go to the chart and then I'm going to walk you through, show you examples how this happened, and then this is going to make it clearer for you. And just as I've said, I've explained this, it is called a foundation zone. Why do I call it a foundation zone? Because this is where big buyers enter the market. Let's say a big buyer like a bank, now they know that this is a discount price, and so they are going to place huge orders here which form order blocks, and most of the time after these order blocks have been formed, there's going to be like a fair value gap. If you go to higher time frames, you are going to see this fair value gap, and then if you see it, it actually makes it a beautiful trade. So now that we have understood this, I'm going to delete all of this, and then we are going to go down to the chart and I'll walk you through step by step how to see it on the chart. So let's look for any chart in the market. One thing that I've mentioned to you is that it has to be a trending market. Either the market is going up or is going down. Remember, if the market is stagnant, as a trader, as a day trader, we are not going to be able to make money. We only make money when price is moving, because you are predicting whether price is going to go up or whether price is going to go down. So if you predict that price is going to go up, then is that movement, that increase in price, that is going to make you to be able to make money. But if price is stagnant at the same place, then nothing is changing, so you will not be able to make any money. So in order for you to really be successful, I will encourage you to focus on understanding how to trade during trending market. So let's assume, let's just look and see anywhere that price is trending, and then we are going to go and I'll show you exactly how to identify this. So let's just assume that this is a trending market that we have seen here. So now the market comes here, it was going down, and then it gets to this point. Of course, when it's going down, you are also able to do that. So let's just assume that we want to look at this side that is trending. We come here after the market has reversed and it start going up. So what are you going to do as a day trader? Now you see how it comes like this and then it goes up, it comes back, then we see that we are starting to make higher highs and higher lows. Now what you are going to do is that at this point where the market ends, what you are going to do is that at this end where we start to have this pullback, you are just going to come here. You can take, let's say, this triangle, and then you can draw a triangle right here like this. Okay, you draw it. Now you are going to wait to see when the market comes down and then it breaks through this. After this pullback, the pullback continues. You see that right here the big buyers are going to enter right here, but this is the first one, so don't worry about it because the market is just starting to reverse. You are starting to understand the structure of the market, how it's going to happen now after this reversal. Now after this, you wait to see if there is going to be a pullback that will touch here and then continue. So right now this did not really touch very well, so don't worry about it. You wait, you continue. Now the next thing that you are going to do is that you wait until you see right here, this is a top again. You are going to come right here, you do the same thing here. After this pullback where it's starting to reverse, you do the same thing right here. So you pull it here, and now you see how it comes, it breaks through, it goes. There is a retest here. You see this retest, it goes up and then it comes back. Remember, this is 1 hour time frame, so if you were on a lower time frame you would have seen it very clearly, but there is a retest right here. So because of this, you can take your trade here and then you ride up. Now after this, what else will you do? You are going to do exactly the same thing. Remember, this is a top again, this is a top again before the pullback, so you are still going to come here and then you are going to do the exact same thing where it is starting to reverse. So now you see how this is here. What you are going to do, you just pull this here and then you are waiting. Now you also come here, you see how this is right here at the top here. Now what you are going to do is that you are going to also come, you take it and put it right here. Every time when it gets to that top and now there is a pullback, you do exactly the same thing. As you are trading, When it gets to this top, you make sure you draw your lines, and then you are waiting for the pullback to pull back and then retest and then continue. That is where you enter your trade. So one thing that I want you to know is that, so now at this point, you see how it came, it breaks here, came back, it came back again here, comes, and then it retests here, then it continues. So this is where you are going to take your trade to go up. So one thing too that I want you to know is that when you are trading, so where we are now, we are on a 1 hour time frame. So when you are trading, always make sure that when you see these zones on the 1 hour time frame like this, you drop down to lower time frame so that you'll be able to reduce your risks. Because if you enter a trade on a 1 hour time frame, the risk here is very high. But when you drop down to like 15 minutes, 5 minutes, I personally like to enter on the 1 minute time frame. I just make sure that the 1 minute is on the direction of the trend that I want to take. Then I enter that trade there. Then it gives me a very high quality trade because the risk is going to be very low. And so now, so imagine that when you saw this touch here, right, you drop down to your 1 minute time frame before you enter the trade, you would have seen how this 1 minute is going to be going up, and that is how you do it to take your trade. Now right here, you see how this other one also comes, it pulls like this. You see what happens, it comes and it just retests on our zone, and then overcome us. You are able to catch this move up just like this, and it just keep going up, and you keep doing that. So the next thing, what do? You come here on this next move, you do exactly the same thing, just like this. So you see how it comes here. Now the structure has broken, and now it's instead going down. What do? Nothing. It didn't show you any signal to enter any trade here, so you didn't enter any trade, so you are perfectly fine. Now that it's starting to go down, so on the downward trend, what you are going to do instead, remember on the upward trend we were taking the upper level. On the downward trend, you need to now come down. So where there is this pullback right here, right down here, that's where you are going to now draw your line, this last one. But you see, like I mentioned to you, the risk is going to be very high when the distance is big like this. So now you are just going to wait. Now what you are going to do is that you are going to wait until now, because we are now on a downward trend. So I'm going to delete this. When price now comes, it breaks, it comes and retests now on this level. As it start going down, that's when you are going to take your trade now and go down. Now the next one, you are going to come to this one again like this. You just come here and you draw it just like this, and then you pull it this way. So at this point, it came down. You see how it breaks like this, came and retested here and went down. So that's where you are going to take your trade and go down just like that, and then it continues overcomer. That is a secret. So now we see that it comes here, and now the market has broken again. So you see that the market has broken again. It didn't continue down. You see now that there is a change of character, and the market is going back up. In order for you now, so at this point that the market is going up, what do? Remember, you now go there to the upper part, and then you draw it. You now go to the upper part, you draw it like this, you pull it again like this, and now this retest here, that is where you will take your trade, and then you go up, and it just continues like that. So right here, you are going to do the exact same thing. You wait until a breakthrough. At this point, you see that we really didn't have, like right here, I can take a line and just put here for you to see. Right here, we didn't really get a signal, but if you drop to the lower time frame, you might be able to see the signal for you to take the trade. Now let me show you the next thing. So the next one now, the next one is this one, right? You do exactly the same thing. You pull it here, you pull this way, and now you see it comes, then it comes, it breaks through, it retests here, and then you are able to take this trade, and then you go up. So overcomers, that is the secret, and you just keep doing that. So right here, you come, you see how it ends here. You do exactly the same thing. Pull it until the end. You just keep pulling, see where it ends. You just see what happens. So now, what is the secret? The whole idea is that when you are on an upward trend, right, the thing that is happening is that now is going to come, there's going to be a break of structure right here. When price continues and then it comes back, it's going to retest around that break of structure. Must it always happen? No. That is why you have to be very careful when you are trading. So if it doesn't happen, what do? You stay and wait. You are patient. You don't just want to put your money in the market anyhow. Remember, this is your capital that you are using. And so as a business person, you want to be able to protect your capital. You don't just want to place trade anyhow. And when you keep doing that, overcomers, I pray that you catch this secret. This is going to change the game for you. So if you continue to pull this, you see what happens. You see that right here there is a consolidation right here. How will you know? You will not know that there was supposed to be a consolidation, which means that at this point you are going to catch this trade here. You will draw this line. You are expecting it to come and do the same thing, and if it comes here and retest, you still take your trade and go up. So you just keep doing that. There is no rush in the market. You are just patient. That's why when I talk about you not taking so many trades, it's because you are not going to see it every time, every minute, every second. But the times that you see it, you enter that trade, is going to be a high quality trade, and that is how you'll be able to make money in the market. Overcomers, if you are learning something new in this video, I want to encourage you to go to the comment section and write that I am learning something new. That will help me to know the kind of things that I can share with you, and that will help me to know that what I'm sharing with you is giving you value. And so you just continue to do the same thing. What I will encourage you to do is that go and back test it. Don't look at any strategy on the internet and then you just start doing it without back testing. Go and back test it on paper trading, on paper account. Don't just take your hard-earned money and put in the market without back testing. So I will encourage you, go and back test it, and after you get results, come back under this video and comment and let me know. So overcomers, I'm going to put my website down below. Any information that you need to know about me, anything, is going to be in the description box down below. So go ahead and check. Any information that you need to know is going to be in the description box down below. In order for you to make this concept clearer, I've already created a video on market structure, and I'm going to link it here. Go ahead and watch that video next. It's going to help you and bring this concept together. And I wish you all the best on your journey, and I'm going to see you in that video. Love you all so much.